What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing another custom showcase, episode 2, I guess you could say. And we're going to be talking about Deuce and Domino, my favorite tag team from 2006-2007. So let's get right on into it. Alright, so starting off, these figures, like having them in person is one of the coolest things for me because I've been wanting to get these made for the past few years now. And I finally found somebody to do it for a reasonable price. Want to give a quick shout out to my boy Brendan. I think his account is WF Fix-Ups or WFF Fix-Ups. You guys know him. I've talked about him before here on the channel. Thank you so much for hooking me up with these. I actually had to use 6 figures in order to get these made. It is the Elite Shane McMahon upper body, and it is the Network Spotlight Matt Hardy figure for the lower part. And I just used the same for both guys. They're both like broad-chested and pretty tall, so I figured this would be a good combo. The Jack's heads, in my opinion, don't sit too big on the figures, so I'm very excited to have those. And if you guys don't mind, definitely share this and tag Deuce and Domino like on Instagram. Share the video, share the review and everything, because they actually liked and commented on my buddy's post when he posted them. And I'm very excited to have them. But we're going to go start on to it. We're going to get into Domino first. You guys probably know what the other figures are like, but this is the Domino head scan from the Ruthless Aggression 2-pack of him and Deuce, and this is just absolutely phenomenal. The only thing I could have used besides this was the Cliff Compton figure from Figures Toy Company, but I'm honestly not a fan of their figures personally. But for Sim Snuka or Deuce, this is like the only head that I could find to use for him. So I figured it was perfect. He got the hair swooping down. I think it looks really good. And actually, fun fact, you guys know the cameraman that failed to catch The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25? Or maybe it was planned that way, I don't know. It was actually Deuce here. That was after their tag team run, and they had Deuce stand in as the cameraman. And if I'm not mistaken, he's actually the real-life brother of Tamina. I could be wrong. He's part of that family, so like, I think that's pretty cool too. I'd love to see him and Domino get a little more appreciation from the WWE fans nowadays, and especially in figure form. But I'm very, very blessed to have these. Let's get into, before we get into some size comparisons, I just want to say I would love to have Hooligans figures made of Paul London and Brian Kendrick from their run. They were another amazing tag team, and it's a shame we don't have proper figures of that. Besides the Jack's Deluxe Aggression and the, I think they were in the blue attire, and then the 2-pack figures in a purple attire. I could be wrong there, but I would love to have those guys next. Also, if you live in the southeast part of the country, go out to Highway 55 and order a kids meal, and you will get this card that scales pretty perfectly with Deuce and Domino. I mean, this is a 58 Corvette here, and he looks a little tall standing beside it, but if you saw in the thumbnail, they actually scaled pretty well with the car sitting in it. So I think it'll work out if you guys want to try and use it in some photography, or maybe that's the way you want to display it on your shelf. Definitely go get these figures made from Brendan if you're a fan of them. But let's get into a couple size comparisons. Alright, starting off first, I'm going to do a figure from around that time period, and it is going to be the ECW Ringside exclusive CM Punk. Another figure that doesn't get enough love. I guess you can see how small the head is for the Mattel figures, but how large the Jack's heads were compared to these. Let's see, up next we have the Fan Takeover Johnny Gargano. I do not know how tall Gargano is compared to these guys, but I think it works personally. We have the AEW Unrivaled Cody, the Ringside exclusive. My favorite Cody figure made so far, by far. And I don't think anything is going to top that. And then, last but not least, we have the very, very short Rey Fenix from Boss Fight Studios. And I hate that these figures are so short, but good God, they are fun to pose around. That's going to be it for today's video. Very, very happy to get these. I've been wanting them for years, like I said. Special shout out to Brendan. Also, I didn't mention this in my last video, but special shout out to Dog Pound Wrestling for hooking me up with some dope figures, and I have some cool stuff coming. And some cool autographs coming to the channel next week. But, as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of these 2 customs and if you would get them made yourself. And last but not least, take it easy. Thanks.